Hi guys, from Ras Al Khaimah, United Arab Emirates. I'm the guy who built one of those wing cams, and I've got a few requests on how I made it and how I mount it. So before I take off today, I'm going to show you. And look, we have wind this time. Alright, so I have the camera on my helmet, and I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to do the video from that, I guess. Hopefully this time it turns out. Last time I recorded it was too high. The camera was way too high. So hopefully this will work out. If not, I'll make another one. Here we go. This is the wing cam that I made. Let me see if you could, okay. All it is I think it's a 1 liter bottle. I'm pretty sure it's 1 liter bottle. What I did was I cut the bottom of it off. Then I cut 3 teardrops. One here, one on the bottom, and one on the other side. Now what this does, it allows air to cut through the bottle on all 3 sides, keeping it straight in flight. And the exhaust for the cam is obviously back here. What I did was, I drilled a hole through my lid, I ran a screw through it, and a nut on the other side. And then I drilled a hole through the lid all the way through, and if you can see my little aircraft safety, I did an aircraft safety there and there, that way my lid doesn't come off my bottle. Then I took a piece of aluminum and I drilled 3 holes in it for different size cameras. Like if I was to put the external battery on my wing cam, I would obviously want to move it to a different hole so my center of gravity would be different. The length of my line is 15 feet. What I did was I took some old kite string, and at the end of it I put an old fishing swivel. That way I can clip it to my wing. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I have 15 feet of kite string. And if you can see my center of gravity, you can notice my camera is aiming straight up a little bit. Like, well, not straight up, but like a 45. But when I get forward movement, the camera's going to straighten itself out. And the air is going to go through the camera, stabilizing it. When I take off, you'll notice the camera does this kind of a thing. I think at a certain airspeed, it tends to level itself out a bit. But this is the angle I like. The bottle's obviously going to fly straight. And the camera, see, I have it kind of tilted off to the side a little bit. That way it gets, I have it on fisheye view too. That way, or widescreen, that way it gets the whole visual that I'm getting pretty much, minus behind me. Yeah, so I ran my fishing line through the hole, one of the camera mount holes that I have. And this is an old GoPro mount that I got with an accessory bag with my GoPro mounts. Kind of small. It's for a tripod. Then I ran my screw through it, and I have the typical GoPro tension thing there. Yeah, so I think I have too much line out right now, or I'll do a swing test for you. This is how I calibrated it in the house. What I did was is I just held it up like this, and I just swung it. Whee! And then I got my camera angle off of that. See how it kind of aims towards me? So that's how I did that. I guess I'm dizzy now. I guess you guys can cut your own holes to see which one or how it works best for you. But I've been working with aircraft stuff since 2003. And I like to sit around the garage and invent stuff, and I'm all tied up here, and invent stuff. And my instructor, Paul Anthem, he showed me his, and that's pretty much where I got this idea from. I guess I added to it a little bit, or maybe it's the same thing he's got, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to show you where I mount this on my wing. So I'm getting ready to launch. Today's a beautiful day for it. Alright, what I do is first I lay my camera down in the position that it's going to take flight. Just like that. That way when I pull my wing up, it doesn't have to flip over, it's not tangled, And then what I do is I'll take my line, my 15 feet of line, I'll make sure it doesn't have any tangles in it, that it's not snagging on anything, and I'll just lay it out like this. Kind of like loop it out like that. Okay. Now with my swivel hook thingy-mabobber, I'm a redneck, I should know all these terms, but I'm not very good at videos. Alright, so I have a PT3 wing, and I'm going to show you where I installed this. What I did was I went off my logo, my little Paratoys logo, and I started at the P. And that puts me, let's see, the edge of my, there's a corner there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I went 11 out. Then I took my swivel hook. I know it's not what it's called, but anyways. And I'll run it through the loop. See how I'm doing that? Running it through without poking a hole in my ribbon, because that would suck. Alright, you see I have it secured on there, and I'll just lock it. Beautiful. See how it's locked? It ain't going nowhere. I tried this before with a heavier bottle. It didn't work out too good. It collapsed the back end of my wing. So I went with a light 2-liter bottle. And I don't know if I told you, but I spray painted the inside of it in case I lost it. I'd be able to find it easily. And after all, it is a GoPro 3. They're not very cheap. Alright, since I have wind, I'm going to pull the wing up and show you guys how this thing looks on inflation. Here we go. Whoa. Alright, that didn't work out too good. My wind shifted on me. See my wing cam? Whee! There it is. It doesn't get caught in my risers either. Let's bring this joker down. I'm getting ready to launch, so I want this to be just right. Alright. I got my wall built. Well, that about does it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get my camera and reset it up, and I'm going to take you for a flight. Hope you guys like my video. I'm not very good at it. It's actually my very first video. If you look up there in the sky, you'll see an ultralight. In fact, I see 3 of them flying right now. That's what I have to worry about when I'm flying over here. I gotta know my airspace. Anyways, today is gonna be a cross-country day and a reverse launch. I'll see you guys in the sky.